Welcome to your first rope flow lesson. I'm going to get you rolling with the basics so that you can start gaining the benefits from this beautiful movement practice. Because let me tell you as well, the benefits start coming from the simplest of patterns. And as soon as you got your hand crossing the midline, it's lighting your brain up in a big, beautiful way. So let's jump into it. How do you hold your rope? You want to go for an A-OK sign and hold it around the handle. You want this sort of ball-bearing effect where it can flow loosey-goosey through your hands. You can also go for this like crocodile pincer grip where you grab down. No super duper right and wrong, but if you're just gripping the thing and the rope doesn't have the ability to move in your hands like a bit of a ball bearing, you're stitching yourself up a little bit. So make sure you're holding it with a loosish grip. And if you're death gripping it, you're doing it consciously. If you drop the rope, which you'll do many times, I think it's fun to do that to try and pick it up. So start playing that game. If you drop the rope, pick it up, you can get into your flow. How do we size our rope? Stepping on it with one foot, you want it to come somewhere between your belly button and your nipplage. If it's too lower than the belly button, the rope's going to be really short and you might not have the space to like get the patterns. And if the rope is too long, it's probably worse than it being short. There's going to be so much rope dragging on the floor each repetition that it really stuffs up the rhythm and groove of the rope. You want just like an inch ticking the rope, an inch of the rope ticking the floor, to get that audio feedback. And there's that kinesthetic feedback as well. One of the beautiful things with rope is that you can see it, you can hear it, and you can feel it. Dual coding our body with 3 of the 5 senses. Your brain freaking loves rope. To change the length of the rope, you're going to tie a simple knot in it. So it's a granny knot, like you would have heard or done in the past. If you haven't tied this knot, I'll be so shocked. You just go around and through. Dun da da, granny knot. Let me teach you a little advanced knot tip. You can do multiple granny knots. You can do as many as you need to. This stuff is designed to like hold yachts in place, trust your life in it with climbing. You can hang from this, climb from this. It's sturdy stuff. Put knots in, take them out. As well as the granny knot, which goes through, you can also do the figure 8 knot. So instead of going through that first hole, you go from the back and then up and through, and you get this nice figure 8 looking pattern. In the rope, not in the rope that looks like a figure 8, it takes out a little bit more length. So sometimes the right combination for my rope is 1 figure 8, 1 short, but then if I do 2 figure 8, it's like 2 short. So it just like gives you that little bit more control over the rope. Last point about changing your rope length, you want at least 2 fist lengths away to keep the drag coefficient, aka the flow feel of the rope, so that you're not flowing and it's getting all stuck because of knots. Okay, we're holding the rope, size the rope. Let me tell you quickly how to sport the rope. Throw it around a shoulder, put the handles through, and you're sporting your rope, looking cool as shit, ready to get your reps, go for a hike, do your thing, and then bust out the rope and get some flow, baby. Let's start with that A-OK sign, and we'll get both handles in the right hand. I want you to imagine that there's sand on the floor, and if you wanted to hit that sand away from you, you're going to swing the rope in that direction, giving you this sort of underhand serve. This is underhand. You're going to hear a whole lot of hand stuff, underhand, overhand. You just need to rope memorize and feel that underhand comes from underneath, much like an underhand serve. Underhand rope. So right now, we're rolling this underhand rope. Imagine the sand being hit away from you. If you're very wristy right now, let's make it a little bit more of this full body event. Rolling with the rope, and the input that you can think of putting into it is down and forward. Down and forward. Notice you put in that down and forward, and the rest of the revolution comes for free. Get comfortable here. This is groovy stuff, feels good. Underhand. Now this is the part where most people stuff up at first, and that is when you invite them to keep it underhand, as in hitting that sand away from them, but come on over to the other side. Now, if you stuffed up, just reset. Arms across the body, back of the palm is away from you, hit that sand away from you. Now check in, are you really in underhand? Are you chopping in half your target from the bottom up? Or are you in overhand, which is the top down? We'll get there in a sec. So arms across our body, underhand, hitting the sand on the floor away from underneath. Once you tune into this feeling here, you can start putting those two underhands together. Now let me tell you a line that I want you to associate with, not just for rope, although it's so huge in rope and flow in general, but in life. And this is the infinity pattern sign. When you stretch, when you play, if you're in combat, if you're feeling through your body, you can associate with this infinity line. How are we doing that with rope right now? Well, if we go back to that underhand pattern that we were doing from side to side, notice that we are drawing this infinity shape in front of us. Let's slow it down and make sure that we feel it and understand it. With our palm up, going towards the pinky side, towards the pinky, we're going to draw this infinity pattern. Now, when we first do this, it's probably nice and two-dimensional out in front of us. Let's make this infinity pattern a little bit more 3D by dipping it near the hips. Near the hips. Let's get a few reps getting really big with it. Big infinity pattern. Big infinity pattern. Leading with that pinky. Now what happens if we put the rope in the hand? It's the same freaking thing that we were just doing. Everything in rope is an infinity sign. Even if we get to like advanced stuff like this. My front hand is doing an infinity pattern, and my left hand is doing an infinity pattern. So, underhand, figure eights are unlocked. You've done it now, in the right hand at least. We're about to go to that left hand in a sec. Let's do that now. So let's get both handles in the left hand, A-OK grip. Let's get this underhand serve motion. This is underhand, hitting the sand away, chopping your target in half from the bottom up, from the underside. Feel into the input of the rope as that down and forward, down and forward. And when you're ready, you can start ticking from side to side. You might notice that, like me, your head starts shifting from head over foot to head over foot. This is one of the biggest, beautifulest gifts that rope gives you. It's this head over foot balance and association, as well as the shifting of weight that it makes you do. If you stuff up, just go again, right? Get back on the horse. Check in. Are you in overhand? We're not there just yet. We're still underhand. It's a slightly harder one than overhand. We are underhand, tuning into the weight shift of the feet from side to side, associating to that infinity line, and settling in here. It's the down and forward input that gets the revolution of the rope happening, and happy frickin' days. We've done right hand, underhand, figure eights. We've done left hand, underhand, figure eights. Let's now get a handle in each hand. A-OK grip, so that rope's able to move around in there. And we're going to keep our hands in this sort of shape. This sort of shape, which we'll park off to the side. Let's get an underhand roll going. Hit that sand away from you. Chop your target in half from the bottom up. Check in. A lot of people make mistakes and they're rolling overhand, which is this way. Right now we are underhand. I told you there'd be a lot of hand in this session. And then get rolling from side to side. Again, this infinity pattern is there. Associate with it. Let the hands and elbows turn around. Don't be an all wrist robot. Let this be a full body event. The weight shift is happening as we roll in this underhand pattern. Brilliant. You've done underhand stuff. Let's now talk about the overhand. Overhand patterns people tend to find a lot easier. It is for this reason that we usually start with the underhand patterns. Overhand comes from over the top. It's similar to throwing, which I think is the reason people are a lot more familiar to it. So let's start by getting both handles in the right hand, A-OK sign, nice loose grip. We're going to get rolling in this overhand fashion. Notice the rope's coming up over the top, cutting our target in half from the top down, or you could say hitting the sand behind us now, as opposed to the underhand where all that was reversed. In this overhand roll, tune in to now it's a back and down input of the rope. You can focus on putting back and down in, and the rest of the revolution comes for free. You can definitely put in like 360 rolls as well, but tune into that sensation, the back and down. If you're being a wrist robot, make it this more full body event. And when you're ready, let's start going from side to side. Playing along that infinity line in front of us. If we were to take the rope away, you've got this infinity shape being drawn. Notice how the thumb turns over, turns over, turns over, turns over, turns over. The weight shift happens, and this is your overhand figure eight right hand. Let's do it in the left. Both handles are in your left hand, A-OK sign. Let's roll this rope. We can start on one side, and then if you want, start rolling side to side, but people usually find this one quite easy. If you're struggling with anything with this, good, it's a new skill. You're not meant to find everything easy. We're meant to suck at it before we can get good at it, right? Another thing I want to tell you, as you practice these things, you want to try and get even repetitions or even time spent on left side and right side. You're going to have a dominant hand, and you're going to have a hand that's less desirable to work with, more uncoordinated and funky feeling. Get even reps. It's the way to go, okay? All right, we've done single right hand overhand. We've done single left hand overhand. Let's now get a handle in each rope. We'll keep our hands together in this sort of diamond shape for now. Park it off to the side, and let's get rolling with the overhand rolls. Just take a second to check in. Are you truly in overhand, cutting your target in half from the top down, hitting the sand behind you now? Tune into your weight shift. If you're being a wrist robot, let the elbows and the shoulders turn. Let your spine come into it. So we've spent time in both underhand and overhand. Watch me first, and then let's put it together. If I, like the propeller of a plane, start spinning this rope in front of me, like the propeller of a plane, once it starts spinning, it's spinning that direction for the whole flight. If we stop the propeller, stuff's not going to go good. Rope is the same. Once you start spinning for this flow, you want the rope to stay true to this direction. You can, of course, stop it and go the other way, but let's understand the rules so that we can break them with purpose. I am a propeller of a plane right now. If I look to the right, my brain perceives this as overhand. The rope is coming from over and down. And then if I look to the left, in this case, the rope is coming underneath in this underhand fashion. This is kind of where you realize, oh, the underhand stuff is connected to the overhand stuff. I don't need to stop the rope, go overhand, and then stop the rope and go underhand. If I'm in underhand now and I want to get to overhand, I can park the rope, turn my body 90 degrees, turn my body the last 90 degrees, and I'm facing the other way. This is where it gets fun. This is where you realize that the overhand and underhand patterns are connected, and with just what you've learned today, you can start taking steps, you can start going from overhand to underhand, and playing and getting the big, beautiful brain benefits that come from this movement practice. Sometimes this will happen, your rope will get a little bit twisted. Sometimes it's from gripping the rope too hard, or sometimes it's just from, I don't know, physics. Couldn't tell you. So, okay, the practice that I want you to be able to take away from your first lesson this is your homework, this is your thing to get good at. It's to be able to do the following. We will start in overhand. Both ropes are on the hand, park it off to one side, start your overhand roll. You can stay on one side, you can be on the other side, you can go side to side. You're in overhand. Pick a side. Let's start on our right, and we're going to keep rolling it on our right. The rope is going to stay true to the line that it's rolling, like the propeller of a plane. The body, however, is going to turn 90 degrees to face it. It is in this lateral piece that you can see, overhand is one way and underhand is the other. Again, this rope is going to stay true here. I'm going to turn my body, not the rope, and now I'm in underhand. Let's go side to side. You're in your underhand orientation. You can do beats one side, do beats the other, or alternate from side to side. Spend as much time as you need to here to be able to park the rope on the left, on the right. We're going around to the right. The rope is parked on the right. We're going to turn the body. We're now facing the last direction of the compass that we haven't yet visited. And let's finish the circle completely by turning the body the last 90 degrees. And what we've just done is navigate the dial. You've gone from all four directions. Let's do it again quickly. I went this way, then I went this way, then I went this way, then I went this way. Truth is, eventually you'll be able to do that in just like a couple steps. But for now, take as much time as you need to by rolling in an orientation and parking the rope where it rolls on one side. You turn to face it, then you turn the last bit, and then you're in the opposite orientation to where you started. Now, that rep that we just did, we were turning to the right. Remember, with rope, it's important that you utilize both sides, left and right, even time, space, moves. So if I just went to the right, let's even that out now by going to the left. I'm going to start in that overhand orientation, and because I want to go to the left, I'm going to park this rope on the left. I'm going to turn the body 90 degrees to face it. I'm going to turn the body the next 90 degrees to face underhand. I'm going to park it off to the left to turn this 90 degrees here. And then, we're right there. Boom. We've navigated the dial in the other direction. When you can associate with this cardinal direction, if overhand is here, that means that underhand is behind me. Okay, let's get to underhand by parking the rope and coming through. Yes. Once you're doing this stuff, rope really opens up for you in a big, beautiful, bombastic way. So get your reps in, drop your rope, hit yourself. Couple minutes practice per day is truly a life-changing thing. Hope you enjoyed your first lesson.